use of pesticides in production nurseries is necessary at times to control insects, weeds, and diseases. However, pesticides need to be applied efficiently and safely to ensure the application meets regulation requirements and is economically effective with minimal environmental impact. The objective when applying a pesticide is to deliver the required amount of chemical uniformly to the target species or area as per the label and permit instructions. To ensure the chemical is applied correctly and that it provides effective pest control, spray equipment must be calibrated. The equipment must be calibrated in the same environment, terrain, and conditions in which the spray equipment is to be used. All calibrations must be performed using water only. In this video, we will be using the calibration procedures and calibration sheet presented in the Nursery Pesticide Application Best Practice Manual. There are 5 basic steps to calibrating any type of spray equipment, including handheld or backpack sprayers, boom sprayers, air-assisted hydraulic or air shear sprayers, and misters. However, there are different air pressure and flow rates required for air-assisted sprayers. Check the operating manual for specific calibration and adjustment techniques. Before calibrating the equipment, check that the appropriate nozzle type is chosen for the weather conditions and target pest. Set the operating pressure for the chosen nozzle as specified in the manufacturer's nozzle chart. Check the equipment is working correctly and there are no leaks. Any damaged components should be replaced and leaks repaired before use. Step 1. Measure the spray equipment output rate in litres per minute. Pressurise the system to the desired pressure, then hold the nozzle in a container and collect the output for a full minute. Ideally, to reduce any errors, this procedure should be performed at least 3 times, then an average reading calculated. Record the output or flow rate at A on the calibration sheet. Step 2. Measure the sprayer or nozzle's swath in metres. This is the width of the wetted area from one pass. The height of the nozzle above the ground will influence the swath width and application rate. Ensure the same height is used when calibrating the equipment as is used when spraying. Record the swath width on the calibration sheet. Step 3. Measure the distance travelled in 1 minute and record this on the calibration sheet for distance travelled. This is measured while actually spraying with water. The distance for each operator will be different depending on their walking speed. Then multiply the swath width by distance travelled to give the total area covered in square metres. Step 4. Calculate the application rate in litres per hectare. Divide the nozzle output in litres per minute by the total area covered to give an application rate of litres per square metres. To convert this to litres per hectare, multiply by 10,000. Step 5. Calculate how much chemical to add to the spray tank. This is a critical step in the calibration process as it ensures the recommended label rate of pesticide is applied to the target area or pest. Record the size of the spray tank or the volume of water added to the tank in litres. Record the application rate calculated in the previous step C. Then record the chemical rate as listed on the product label for the crop or target pest. Complete the calculation for the volume of chemical to be added to the spray tank. Calibrating a boom or multi-nozzle sprayer uses the same process as calibrating a backpack or handheld sprayer. Check the equipment is working correctly and there are no leaks. Any damaged components should be replaced and leaks repaired before use. For boom sprayers or multiple nozzle applicators, use a container under each nozzle or repeat output collection for each nozzle. In some equipment, a hose can be used to direct the output into the container. This procedure should be performed at least 3 times, then an average reading calculated. Check the output rate of each nozzle against the manufacturer's specifications. Replace any nozzle that varies more than 10% from the manufacturer's specifications. record the total output from all nozzles at A on the calibration sheet. For boom sprayers, the swath is the width of the total wetted area of the boom. It can also be calculated by multiplying the number of nozzles by the distance between nozzles. For tractor-mounted sprayers, test the speed at which you want to travel and record the gear and number of revs. The same settings should be used when spraying to ensure consistency of application. Measure the distance travelled in 1 minute and record this on the calibration sheet for distance travelled. The area sprayed in square metres per minute is calculated from the swath width and distance travelled using the formula on the calibration sheet. Calculate the sprayer's application rate in litres per hectare. This step determines the sprayer's output over a given area. The sprayer application rate is calculated by using the data at A and B on the calibration sheet. Calculate the amount of chemical required per spray tank volume. Record the size of the spray tank or the volume of water added to the tank in litres. Record the application rate calculated in the previous step C. Then record the chemical rate as listed on the product label for the crop or target pest. Complete the calculation for the volume of chemical to be added to the spray tank. When calibration is complete, fill out the calibration record sheet for the spray equipment. More information can be found in the Biosecure HACCP guidelines available at the Nursery Production Farm Management System or FMS website. This video has been produced by the Nursery and Garden Industry Australia in association with Plant Health Australia. Special thanks go to the following businesses. For more information, contact your local state or territory association or NGIA.